Hello again, everyone. Mike Lowe here, and thanks for tuning in. This is episode 5 of the 2022 season, and this is week 5 as the Lions head to Philadelphia to face the 2-2 Eagles. The Lions are 3-1. They've won 3 straight after their opening week loss to the Packers up in Green Bay. They have won 3 straight games, back-to-back 20-17 wins, and then a 34-19 win against the Giants. So this is the second of 3 straight road games for the Lions, which is kind of weird. We're going to be jumping right into gameplay. I know some people have been talking about the sliders and whatnot. The only adjustment, this is version 1.15, I think it is, at the time of this recording. The only adjustment I've made, I've bumped interceptions for the user down from 37 to 36. But other than that, this is what you're seeing. This is version 1.15. And you do not need to worry about anything in the main menu. That's not going to be interfering with anything you're doing here in a franchise mode, because that's just not how the game works. So, but we're going to be jumping in here. I don't really think there's much else to discuss. We're really kind of the game plan for this game is we're going to actually try to blitz them a little bit. They have a pretty good offensive line, and they have a very potent deep pass attack, or they're at least built to have that. We don't want to allow that. Right, so we're going to try to dial up some blitzes when we think that they may be looking to go long. They also blitz a lot themselves, and so it'll be a really a game where we will try to defend against their blitz. And right now, it's only 4 weeks into the season here, but the Lions right now do hold a playoff spot, just barely. We're one of like 3 teams that are 3-1 that would qualify for that last wild card spot. So it's still very, very early, but hey, that's big news if you're a Lions fan. So, see if we can keep it going. Fletcher Cox, obviously a big threat for them. And they have a pretty bad linebacking core, and their free safety is not very good. But other than that, they have a pretty decent line. Now, their defensive ends are a little bit weak, but again, Fletcher Cox is going to be a big problem. They have 3 pretty decent corners. So, just got to look for openings, really. It's just one of those games where we're not really anything in particular we're going to try and pick on. And of course, broadcast camera view on All-Madden with custom sliders, as you saw. I forgot to check the X factors for this game, and it does definitely help to check this before you get too far in. So yeah, Fletcher Cox, he's a monster, right? Chance to pressure the quarterback while engaged. He has a dominant bull rush from max pass rush points. And under pressure, larger area of effect. So again, we just got to be really careful whenever he's near us. Zach Ertz, really special tight end for them. Increased chances to break tackle. 4 additional hot routes, and improved catching on medium passes. So we're really going to try to clog up the middle a little bit with him if possible. Of course, we have Kenny Galladay. And let's see, for them, Brandon Brooks, right guard. Dominant against double teams, increased resistance to pass rush moves. Kelsey, their center, I mentioned they have a pretty good line, so. Darius Slay. Slay's number 24, yeah, okay. Post up. Their line's really good, wow. So yeah, let's jump in.
Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA.
As long as you're getting the ball first.
Today we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Detroit Lions and the
I've been playing a few days, I'm pretty busy, and hopefully I'm not too rusty.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Second and 9 now. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good. That middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
The last run good for 2.
DeAndre Swift still hurt a few more weeks here, so using a kind of a stable running back.
Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's
complete. Absolutely whistle that in there.
The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field can
good deal. Yeah, that was a tight window.
To run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now left side on the swing pass. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. There goes a deep. It got his man complete. And he'll get into the
That free safety froze, so it left that wide open. Not wide open, but I mean, definitely create a little single coverage, which I'll take that with Galladay about every time.
A first quarter lead. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and
they had Darius Slay on the other side. So it's weird. The AI just doesn't. They don't seem to really match up top corners against your top receiver. It's strange. Like Slay's on the right-hand side there, dangerous receiver for us, but I mean. And Slay was right there. So you can see I was just watching that safety, and I was either going to, I mean, the underneath route was open too, but I was going to, this out route here, but that safety stayed on it, and so you had to step on him. That's just a really nice throw. That's not a good throw. That's probably incomplete.
Have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row. You get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. We get our first look now at Carson Wentz and this Philadelphia Eagle offense.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game
rough here.
was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Miles Sanders first carry of the game. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The numbers for Sanders last week, 15 carries, 53 yards.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football, give it to them early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Hey, we're going to do what we do.
So a jump there defensively.
It's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it. An in route going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. His big Trey Flowers getting in there that time for the sack.
You really feel the season momentum for the Lions, and that is a thing that works in with the morale system in this game. And we felt it for 2 years the other direction, winning 7 games in 2 years. Now that we're winning games, start to get some of these breaks. Not even breaks, but just, I mean, there's guys are playing well. And that's real life football too, right? Momentum's a real thing in sports, no doubt.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this
Still
one.
very early. I'm too
excited.
excited.
At the 18. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Lions will take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. That's out to the left flat and complete.
Always on your center, it seems like. Yeah.
Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Play action, they'll throw. Open man is Galladay, complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up
great protection.
Short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And able to find Green. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
That's
Throwing deep for Galladay. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
A.J. Green, single coverage on somebody who's really bad.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to air it out deep for 3. And
Should have threw it sooner or harder.
Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
On 1st down, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 12-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
They run. This is Scarborough. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Now they'll run it with Scarborough. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were two things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there. They'll run for it with Bo Scarborough. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Bo Scarborough, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8-ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm. Relax a little bit.
I'm a little rusty.
Get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And some room to work. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
12 more yards there and another first down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run on first down. Sanders, room to run again. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles have cut it back with a
That was not good. That was not good run defense on that drive at all.
And is running back to the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly. And on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to move it away. And this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the second quarter. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there, and so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. And that is incomplete here.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On 3rd down. Can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Yeah, they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. And I think he's a guy, if they had let him walk, no one was going to be shouting from the top of a mountain. But he's a good guy. He's a good locker room guy, too.
Good locker room and a good player. I mean, he's a valuable starter for them. And if you just want to start over and maybe bring in someone new, the learning curve might be a little bit big. So it's a good job by getting him taken care of, and now they can move forward.
On first down, Hines. They find some open field here. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Now back to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
I get it.
And it's picked up by the Eagles. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown.
Always, right?
How about that for a momentum swing? You had a goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return.
Hey, glad to hear that. Glad to hear it's working out. That's such a stupid play. Nothing open, and I just didn't scramble quick enough, and so I kind of got stuck in like a he set his feet animation, basically, right? So I wanted to run, but he stopped, and then I couldn't even like. Yeah, there was just nothing there. Guys waving their arms, but they're not really open. Of course.
Terrific drive.
Madden's got to make it exciting, right?
Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Just like that, we're tied. Funny, I was trying to jump offside. Like, you can't jump off sides on those kicks, it seems like, at least on extra points.
But then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and it's scooted out of the way. The fumble return for a touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fields it in the middle of the
Oh, we're moving the ball well, but that can definitely make momentum a huge challenge. So.
Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that'll be incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson. And it's second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
Oh, momentum. It's real.
That reaction there from a defensive end, able to recognize the screen pass trying to happen, broke off his pass rush, and then get back to tackle the running back. That's a very athletic and intelligent play. Reminds me of you working out and seeing that the treadmill's open and getting there before anyone else.
See, I know you're just patronizing me right now. Everybody knows at home that that is nothing but a shot at me, and I'll take it, absorb it, and we'll move on. But he finds his man Griffin.
Luckily, Slay was in the zone there, so open that up for Griffin.
Able to convert on 3rd and 14, a terrific
Actually, he blitzed.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion. Really good pickup.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football. He's taken down.
They didn't fumble.
No matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
7 yards on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to it and forcing a 3rd down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Boy, if they don't cover that.
This is caught inside the 15.
That's almost getting too easy. And if they don't cover that play right, and they have that really bad free safety that I was talking about at the beginning of the game. Again, he just sat there flat-footed. But that's been like the money play of Madden for me this year. Like, I almost need to start not calling it. Because if they don't play it right, if that safety doesn't drop back, he's gone. He's got 96 speed, he's gone every time. I mean, that safety, as soon as you just see him flat-footed, just got to check your offensive line, make sure you got enough time, and just easy. All right, well, big first half for our offense, other than the fumble, but they haven't stopped us yet.
Reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score
Decline this.
21-14.
I need to patch this. Diggity, I don't know. I've actually found a quicker way to even do it. Just going to decline that. All I do is what I just do is switch to, what do I do? I just switch it with the quarterback. So I hit L3 twice. I go behind and I just kind of look around and, kind of do my read. And then I'll call an audible, but then not actually select an audible. It's like audible, but then cancel. And then L3 twice and it'll do it. So you don't even have to select a player. It's much easier that way.
Joey slide out a kickoff.
I don't want this in the end zone. There we go.
Fielded right around the 8. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Hey, he was the Lions pick. Never played for the Lions though.
He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change?
Oh yeah, it's like a different game on broadcast. I recommend every sport game, NHL, whatever. Yeah, broadcast. It's awesome. Far more enjoyable than even being in an online league for me.
Because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore. Or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Looking to throw again on second down.
Kuda coming up, covering the tight end.
He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. But now it's third down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. And Jeffrey's got it. And able to get this one across
the rookie couldn't stay with him.
Before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
Yeah, I think D will come a lot quicker. The run game and D, go quick and then pass. Now, but I can confidently say, like, I don't even think about it anymore. It's just, and what's neat is it's not terribly difficult to switch back to the other way. In times where I've needed or I've accidentally called a play before, I've accidentally snapped the ball from that view. But yeah, you'll get completely used to it. It's really nice.
Oh. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to first at the Lions.
He's down to playing this week.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a carry for Sanders.
There we go.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
This pass complete. Wins to Ertz. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Wentz. Under pressure, and
all right,
down he goes.
3rd overall pick, getting sacked.
36. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Myers' kick is good. And that'll bring him back.
They get ball at half, so we can try to put a little something together here. Never hurts. Our defense is not playing great, so.
It used to be that a 50-plus yarder was close for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists.
So, see, I just hit L3 to switch to this. And then once I'm feeling ready, I'll just call an audible, but then I'll just cancel it, R3. And I can even look at my play again. And then when I hit L3 again, it's going to just pop it back to what I want, which is that. So you don't even have to, like, pick a guy. It's so much easier this way.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Oh, what's the call here?
He's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put
I like getting this look, you know.
And you know, you always want to keep
the quarterback would see more or less.
Feel like you can always bounce back after plays, but with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work.
Jeez,
and
how fast is that guy? How can he not outrun him?
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Oof. I sliced that looking though pretty well.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he'll be taken down. But
It's got almost 300 yards. It's not even halftime.
First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
So using the timeouts here.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really
of course,
good for the
they're
game.
right there to stop it.
You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Green's got it over the middle.
He's down. He's
And
down.
now
Come on.
the ball's out. And it's picked up.
Hopefully they review that. He's definitely down.
Possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time.
First and 10 Lions. And we get a free timeout.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
They'll throw now on the final play.
Final play? Oh, it is the final play. The clock ran? I totally messed that up. Why was the clock running?
We'll send you down the coast
Oops.
now to Orlando.
Sorry, guys.
That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And in the second quarter, it's the Vikings who are out on top. 2 touchdown passes for Kirk Cousins there. From there, we'll head to Cleveland.
They still have these scores backwards or the team names.
And
it's
they've
just,
got the lead in that one over the visiting
man,
Baltimore
I don't know who does their QA.
Jarvis
It's really
Landry,
bad.
a touchdown reception.
For as many people who see this game,
Finally,
play this game, and spend money on this game,
at home at NRG Stadium. And they've got the lead
I would just love to hear their defense for it. Why it's still there. It's almost November.
Touchdown pass. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball.
I'll already give them my rebuttal, which is just your EA Sports. Just what you do.
We give it back to our commentators.
Prove us otherwise, please.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back.
I enjoy Madden, but I mean, come on.
Three.
It's not difficult. You can do that stuff working at home. I do it every day.
These offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter three? That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter.
There's my daily rant. I always like to have a good daily rant. It's healthy.
Better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning
I
up
did a
some
pass
of
for
the
it.
areas, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive.
I'm so focused on their pass game, and here they're just destroying me with rushing. I can't believe I messed up the end of that half. That's stupid. Damn.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
Yeah, I haven't spent $1, man. Yeah, I totally agree. I wish franchise got more love as well. It used to. It used to be the cream of the crop mode. No doubt.
If they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes.
Damn, guys.
Things up and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
It's like watching the real Lions. Just bad. This is bad.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They'll run on first down. Sanders.
Good job, guys. Proud of you.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Man open. It's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, any lane that might have been open there.
Yeah, neither defense is good today.
That was because the defensive front,
rough.
They won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Wentz's throw taken in by Sanders. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. On first down, Wentz. And his throw is incomplete. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 12-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Sanders.
Ooh.
Sanders has it poked free.
I feel like we've been out playing them like crazy, and they're about to take the lead.
A costly mistake, but as it turns
But I closed out that half. Just
wasn't
paying attention. Well, I was. I thought with them reviewing it, the official timeout would keep the clock stopped, but apparently not. And I thought Hawkinson went out of bounds, and maybe that was the previous play. It looked to me like he went out of bounds. Oh. 3 receivers. They've been running on us like crazy. Shit. Yeah, timeout.
And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Wentz.
Yeah.
Got a man open. It's Hurts. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Ooh, might need those points at the end of the half.
First touchdown on the year. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point open through by Myers. And that gives him a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, here's Myers to move it away. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail
337 yards at halftime, and we're losing.
See what they can do.
If that's not Lions football.
What they have planned, because some teams script to start a half, other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They go to Johnson again. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL,
no.
And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone.
This game, man, they just, if anyone touches your quarterback, it's a fumble, at least on All-Madden.
This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room.
2 touchdown lead, just like real Lions, man.
yeah,
Double-digit lead.
This could be huge. Forget it.
Can I review that? I mean, do I have a shot? No?
It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Wow.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Really need those points now.
It's an exciting play in football. We witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and rolling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're reaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there.
It's so weird, it always says Pierre Griffin, but it's not. Now it will be.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep.
Oh.
He's got a little daylight.
Ooh.
And they nearly
He's
get this
broke
all
it.
the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, 26 yards. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
They're in man, so it should be open. Yeah, he runs with him, and he doesn't get out. Man. But to make sure that corner was going to run. Oh, they weren't man. He followed him like he's a man.
He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 40. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down.
These defenses are horrible today.
Takes us just a few yards shy of the red
Oh,
zone
my goodness.
before going out. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Back to throw now on first down. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you're talking about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Second down and inches.
Ooh.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. This is Scarborough. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
Rookie tight end
I
there.
think we're going to get a
Third down
timeout here.
pick?
Yes, a timeout
No.
here as it looks like we've
Fourth
got
down
a
pick?
lion that's shaken up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Second and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. A quick throw, but incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just run a ride there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. And they're going to mark him down short. Maybe
Go for it.
about a yard, if that. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. He'll drop to throw.
Terrible throw.
And that is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And instead of having a 1-score game, they'll remain 2 scores down. And that time they went with a fade on 4th and goal. Did not work out.
Now, how do you feel about that type of a call? Because I've been with you long enough. I don't think the fade route in that situation is
I
just think you're putting yourself into a corner. You don't have any margin for error, right?
I agree with you totally. You tend to run out of real estate. You've got to make sure you run that route so well that you're allowed to fade and catch the football and come down in bounds. I think that's one of the reasons we've seen the fade stop come into play so well because now it's a little bit more of an easy throw.
So running up the middle would have made sense on that 4th down, but I mean, just running right into Cox on a play that they're probably potentially play predicting just didn't seem to be our best bet.
I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. A 40-yard punt, no return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got it.
Oh, God. Where was he throwing that?
Picked off at the 40, and his guys are going to...
It's one of those games. That's not what I wanted him to do there at all. I mean, the safety comes up, right? Just kind of want him to just put it out there for Galladay and just let him kind of box out. But again, the safety somehow covers, no, it's close to 6 yards in 2 seconds. Essentially covering 2 guys. Double covering 2 guys. Keep in mind, this is with interception slider way down, right? Which is completely necessary. Not just in Madden, but especially in All-Madden. But it wasn't a great throw, but I mean, just a little ridiculous.
At the line, this Philly offense set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Another run here with Sanders. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks.
No one touched him. 11 yards, no one touched him.
Keep picking up good yardage.
It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it?
Can't win playing defense like that.
Gritty run, got behind his pads, pulled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Look at that. Still just 10 yards.
A gain of 10 as they look to add
Nothing
on
we
to this
can do.
2-point lead. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
2 yards, good enough for a 1st. On 1st down, it's Sanders.
That was about 14 yards before anyone touched him.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. Here's Sanders. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Eagles on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Working from the gun. Wentz. Got a man open. It's Hurts. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Defense pouring today.
With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
Trick here as this one continues to go. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. And Detroit getting set to go now. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Open man is Galladay, complete. The 30. Past the 20. Touchdown.
All right, well,
Detroit. Kenny Galladay, 79 yards. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taken from about the 12. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive.
That's not good. He pressed the wrong hole there.
4 across the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from knocking down a game. Right now, they want to show up to the challenge. Brandon, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white
Look at
flag.
this. Oh, my God.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Well, it is our business to
Something else,
analyze what we
yeah.
saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
Basically need a turnover at this point. I mean,
Obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well. Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They're going to snuff this play out behind the lines. We have not seen that much today. It'll go down as a 2-yard
they have
loss,
2
and it brings
fumble
up
return
a 3rd
touchdowns
down.
in this game.
Brandon,
I think, right?
running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter, they're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. They'll get this into the hands of Huntley. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 23. It's an Eagles
At least they're
1st
beating
down
me.
on a gain of 11. Wentz on the draw, leaves it for Sanders. And a short gain here down to the 22.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
They'll go again with Sanders. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
So they settle for just the 3.
Man, that's what played with the ball back.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished,
Possibly gave up points at the end of the first half and 2 fumble return touchdowns. I mean, this is just complete shooting self and foot.
Kenny Galladay making his way back onto the field with the rest of this offense. Seems like the
509 yards of offense, losing by almost 2 touchdowns.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, and he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline.
This play is in zone. This could have an opportunity here.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
You blocked it.
Right. And he lost the football.
I'm sorry, I'm just not. No. We're going to redo that play. It's absurd. You can't do anything with a quarterback. And again, mutt, right? That's all 2 handicap mutt teams. But I'm not abusing it in franchise. So how about you just leave that for mutt and quit ruining the franchise mode with it? It's just crazy. I literally lost this game because of that. And even 2 fumbles, that happens. You're scrambling, but they're both returned for touchdowns. So again, mutt penalization, right? There's a reason. I mean, those are always just set up beautifully for a fumble return because it's the only way you're gonna be able to stop Lamar Jackson. They don't allow you to actually stop him with very much strategy. So they have to kind of do dumb things like that to dumb it down.
Back now on EA Sports as we welcome you to Lincoln.
And I would just very politely say, if anyone thinks I'm wrong on that, prove it. Because I got plenty of proof the other direction. And it makes sense to an extent. I don't care if they do it for mud. It doesn't matter to me one bit. But can't call the same play. Yeah, come on. Actually, that's a good audible play there. No, dude, what kind of route was that? Just run your curl. Incomplete. How did he drop that ball? Wasn't that, like, clearly he had that? He ran a crazy route. He's just supposed to stop curl right there. You're wide open, dude. Isn't that I mean, no, I guess not. Wow. Where'd they patch that? Gosh dang, man. That is seriously some crazy shit.
Try and keep hope alive here on 4th down.
I forgot that I might even try to scramble here. No, what just happened? What's that for?
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete.
Alright, so try and quick hurry up here.
The 35. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side.
Yeah, I could do.
Knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
They work again from the 38.
Could have Galladay in that really bad safety here. Oh, where's that guy play? What are you doing? Nope, sacked.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he'll be out of bounds.
I see a fumble. It's raining too.
Downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock.
Surprised the clock actually stopped.
Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the 1st, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to do what we call flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time. And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
You run right into him.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
Gosh,
It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Where are we at? 35.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we
Put
welcome
a Hawkins in here.
And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to
No,
talk it
what's
over.
that? Oh, what the hell? Oh, good grief. And doing a great job today until it's late.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Now, let's see if we can get that money play to work again. I'm just more curious. Maybe the last time we get a chance. So, same coverage, zone.
Let's see how this plays out.
But, no, why? Hawkinson's going to have Darius Slay on him. No, I might as well just leave him in. It's pointless. Safety flat-footed. So there it is. I mean, if that safety is just, it's a touchdown every time. Like, it's almost like I can't call this. And I have the speed disparity at 70, so it's not like the speed disparity at 50 is like creating a problem. And it's just, I'm like afraid to call that now. Because you still have to make the right read and everything. That's not there every time. Just the 2 times I've called it, it's been there.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive,
I mean, we're just terrorizing them with that play.
And even more hope when they had to slog their way downfield. They got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And the lead will shrink to 6.
Completely ridiculous game.
A pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and the end result, a Detroit touchdown.
Is this even like worth trying? I mean, what?
And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts.
Should've won this game.
Even if they force a 3 and out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do.
Lucky he tripped.
Get the football. That's their mantra.
And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
I don't feel comfortable doing a run predict either. They'll throw it on you.
Another run with Sanders.
That's good.
And he'll go down at the 28. The Lions
Bummer.
now going to use the
Hoping I wouldn't lose by a score. So I mismanaged a few things.
Disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much
Tough
trouble.
loss.
Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Hey, what's up, Lowe Dog? It's actually not my real last name, but it is my pseudonym. Why are they running up? What is happening right now? What are they doing? Oh, that would have been awesome if they fumbled. Oh, I guess they do have to punt, right? Or no, sorry, 3rd down. What are they doing?
That looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire
Oh, man, that was a sad loss. It's a sad loss. But it was fun. Saw a few mannerisms happening in this game.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end
We
the game,
saw
that means you've won it, so it doesn't matter whether
a
it's
really
home
bad
or on the
defensive
road.
game for
There's
both
something a little
teams.
extra special about doing it in front of
But dang, Nick Escobar had a nice day.
Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
I mean, almost too good of a game.
Throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
He's just been much better than Stafford ever was for us in this franchise. I love Stafford in real life. See what he did last week in real life. I mean, I don't understand people can't like that guy, but he's not good in Madden, though. I had a hell of a time playing with him in Madden.
Continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator,
Frustrating game there.
you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all
Look how much yardage we had. Almost 600 yards.
So for Philadelphia,
And we lost.
they moved back over 500 at 3-2
Because
now
we
on
had
the year. And they will hit the road next
2 fumble
week for the
touchdowns,
with the
and I forgot to call
Jacksonville
timeouts at the end of the
Jaguars.
first half.
Meanwhile, for Detroit,
Do you imagine a coach sitting in a press conference talking about that?
3-2 on the year.
Yeah, one of the
And
bigger
they'll have to get
problems was
back in the
when I
winning column
just
next
forgot we
week
had
as they
timeouts.
head to Foxborough to face off against the New England
So that's my bad. I'm going to own that. 595,
Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my
and we
broadcast
lost.
partner, and our
We were
entire
11
crew.
of
We'll catch
14
you
on
next
3rd
time
down,
right here. It's the
and we
NFL
lost.
on EA Sports.
I just, this is kind of a typical Lions game. Carson Wentz didn't throw a lot. When he did, he was pretty efficient. 2 touchdowns. I guess scored 450 yards. I mean, just breakout game for him. Sick. 10-yard average. Crazy. Rushing, I mean, this is the other story. I mean, what the hell? I mean, what is that? My God. We didn't run terrible. We just had to get away from it. Didn't do anything. This is why I don't spend money on running backs, though. If I just picked this guy up as a free agent scrub a couple weeks ago when Swift got hurt. Ty Johnson's a 6th-round pick from real life. Scrub does fine. Bo Scarborough on the goal line, breaks a couple tackles, gets a touchdown. Escobar running a couple times, of course, fumbles. It's almost like I need that to be a quirk. Or what do you want to call it? One of the traits, like can't fumble when scrambling or when sacked every time. Griffin had a hell of a game today. 26-yard run. He also had 127 yards receiving on 4 catches. Hawkins had a nice day. AJ Green finally came through to drop the ball. Look how many drops we had. Kenny Galladay, a huge game, 2 touchdowns. Both these guys 2 touchdowns today. Just, damn. You're throwing the ball today. 2 sacks, both fumbles, 4 touchdowns. Awesome. We had 3 sacks. Pass deflections. They had too many pass deflections. 1 interception by the 1 free safety I was picking on the whole game. Rookie though. Good for him. They had 3 sacks. Oh, man. What's their receiving like? Nothing crazy at all. Oof. Yeah, well, anyway. Tough game. We'll see if any of those injuries stick. Boot us out here. Let's see. It's good to get a game of Madden back in. It's been a while. It's been a few days. I've been super busy. Work's been busy. After work's been a little bit busy. Oh, I forgot we even had Johnny Tavai as a potential breakout, but I wasn't too worried about that. Yeah, you did have a good game, bro. We gave up 6,000 yards rushing. That was not good. Damn, we'd have been 4-1. Should have won that game. No injuries, though. Get some nice upgrades. I always, recommend don't just jump in and just give them the scheme fit. There are some other strategies you can employ here. But for an interior lineman, probably best to stick with that there. So Frank Ragnow, who has not quite signed an extension. Hawkinson did sign an extension, so that's exciting. He's starting to play a lot better. And do we want to work on any possession skills for him? He's got pretty good hands. Deep and medium routes versus short route and catching traffic. Yeah, I want him to work on those medium routes. Even though it probably won't even give him an upgrade for those. Sometimes it's funny, it doesn't always guarantee it, but there's a nice upgrade for him. 2 deep route. See, yeah, nothing medium route. It's okay. Taylor Decker. Pretty much just want you to do one thing, man. Pass block. One of the things I recommend with these upgrades, guys, is like maybe looking like, oh, well, I need to work on his run blocking. He's not a very good run blocker. Like, he's not really great at anything, right? He's a 77 tackle, so he's solid. So instead of trying to have a guy like this, who even though he's quick, but he's already 28 in my franchise, or sorry, not quick, but a star, try to make him really good at one thing. And so in this case, pass protection. Now there's other guys you want to maybe try to balance out a little bit more, your superstars, your X Factors, younger guys who are going to get more upgrades and things like this. But this guy's got another 15,000 or so points before he gets another upgrade. And so now again, a guy like Ty Johnson, this guy is he's a scheme fit, but he's kind of a one-trick pony at this point, right? I mean, he's a normal dev, he's 24, he's not going to get many upgrades at all. So same kind of thing here. I mean, am I ever going to turn him into a power back or receiving back? I'm not. So just try to stick with his strengths, right? Don't force somebody into something that they're not. Kenny Golladay, another damn upgrade. The other thing is, too, like, you might want to jump up the physical, but if that bumps up to 90 and deep threat doesn't, now he's not a scheme fit anymore, right? So you also sometimes could run that risk, like when these are tied. Like, what if you did slot, but it bumps up physical? Same thing, right? So you have to be a little bit careful here. Probably going to have to go deep. Yeah, just to be safe. Go deep route with him. Up to a 90. He's sick. He's so good. Let's see where Nick Escobar is ranking, and then we're going to wrap this up. But so if I advance to the next week here, I can't believe we lost that game. It's just so frustrating. Some people were talking about adjusting the slider, by the way, for simulated games, which, yeah, sure. You know, one thing is I've had to make sure I bumped up the minimum roster size to 53 so that the AI teams will carry 3 quarterbacks, because you won't get simulated or in-game quarterback injuries if you only have 2 quarterbacks on your roster. So you need to be kind of careful of that. So we're going to bump this to 50. Yeah, what the hell? Let's just do 50 and see how it goes. But then put it back down before you play your next game. You don't have to. Anywhere between 40 and 50, you're going to be okay. You're going to see more at 50, obviously, but I recommend doing that right before you sim and then redoing it back right away, because if you forget, it won't be pretty sometimes. So. But notice I didn't touch anything in the main menu. Don't need to. Don't worry about it. Let's see. We must have had some kind of player of the week this week. I mean, it's just we put up too much yardage. Yeah, Nick Escobar. So Nick Escobar gets Offensive Player of the Week for the first time in his career. Might be one of the first times the Lions had that in my entire franchise. Unfortunately, their right end also got NFC Defensive Player of the Week with his fumble return touchdown, of course. Meanwhile, Lamar Jackson can run and not fumble in sim games. Escobar's looking good, though. So he's 14th in passing yards, 13th in touchdowns, 19th in passer rating. Second-year player. Again, just to give you another look at what he's looking like. He's playing pretty well. I mean, this completion percentage, some of this is throwing out of bounds, because when I try to scramble, I'm being run down by 400-pound dudes. But he's been sacked just 6 times. And what if we played 5 games or so? So maybe that's part of the deep ball problem. Maybe there's not enough pressure happening. I'd be curious what others are seeing. But this guy's a normal dev. He was picked in the 2nd round. Second-year player here. And has just been really good. I'm expecting potentially an opportunity to get him an upgrade. He's, 23? Yeah, 23 years old out of Stanford. So he's been good, man. He's been super good for us. But see if we got any more draft stories. But otherwise, I think that does it for it. I'm glad I got a game in, though. I'm definitely glad I was able to get that game played. Okay, so we have an injury to a player, so. But anyway, everyone, I appreciate you checking this out. I'm going to be calling it a night here. It's late. I'm tired. I kind of played like it. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to my rants. And thank you for subscribing to the YouTube channel and following me on Twitter and all those fun things. So you can find me on Twitter at MikeLowe47. These sliders are up on Operation Sports. And yeah, I appreciate the feedback. So keep it up. Keep letting me know how your franchises are going. It's helpful. And I will see you next time. I'll definitely be streaming some this weekend. So, and I got NHL. EA sent me a license for NHL, so I've been kind of working on that, starting to put a review together for that game. I'll let you know. I'll let you know how it goes. It's kind of a franchise-focused review, so I've got a lot of notes so far. So anyway, I'll see you guys next time.